Scores for Scotland. Romajang stepping away. Stunning work from Bridger. What an individual score this is. Dobrat is in.
Talent aplenty has graced these great leagues, but now future stars are set to shine. Last season was the most thrilling to date, but now it's time for a new crop of talent to grace the field, and in this league, anything could happen. It's time to take your seat. The best leagues in the land are back.
Byfield with a BUCS Super Rugby try for the ages.
And then was a white line seeking missile.
Loughborough score! Rise towards the line. Sensational score from Romajang.
Wind into gear, drive to the line. And Cardiff are streaking across.
Welcome back, everybody. BUCS Super Rugby is back underway.
Good evening and welcome to King Coyd, where we have a thrilling encounter coming up tonight. It's the league leaders Cardiff Met against an unbeaten Loughborough side. I'm joined by our rugby correspondent Steph Leonard and the Cardiff Met scrums coach Mikey Vaughan. Well, Mikey, first of all I've got to say I love the hair. Why have you dyed it pink?
We decided to do a breast cancer awareness training session this week on a Monday, and I thought, well, I haven't got any pink clothes, so I might as well just dye my hair pink. And I thought it was a nice touch for the girls for me to just dye my hair pink and just go big or go home, really.
Well, you know, I'm sure it's for a brilliant cause, which I'm sure is so close to so many people here at Cardiff Met. And whilst we do have you here, just want to ask about the season so far. How have you found it? And going into this one, what are you thinking?
We've had a great season so far. We really strived and pushed hard in the games that we thought like were going to be the test for us. So Exeter last week, we were 2 tries down come literally 2 minutes after second half starting, and we stuck in, we kept in there, and we went for them and we won, which was a really good piece. And like obviously for me, the scrummaging this season is just unreal, and it's exactly what we want. And our set piece is coming along, which is really vital for us tonight as well. We're going to bring it to them in the scrums, bring it to them with the line-outs, and then bring it to them around the park all over.
Yeah, you mentioned it there, Mickey, and obviously your role within the setup is scrummaging. And scrummaging and set pieces in general gives a good platform for the game. In such a competitive league as this, how important is it to have that clean platform in games?
Oh, I think it's absolutely vital. I think it's probably one of, if not the most important thing to have in a game, other than like a 10 that can control the game, is scrummaging and the line-outs. If you don't have a successful line-out, you're not going to get the ball, you can't win games. It is as simple as that, really.
Well, thank you, Mikey. We'll let you get back to the team in a second. Thank you for joining us.
Cheers, all the best.
Thank you. So, 2 weeks ago, Cardiff Met faced Hartpury here at King Coyd. Here are the highlights from that match.
Good passing here from Hartpury, breaking through the lines. Number 10, Charlie Meemans, is she through? Try for Hartpury. Still in a dangerous position. They've got a few options on either left or right hand side. They decide just to go straight for the try line. They've got it down. Cardiff Met have scored. They're going on the blind side. Great step there. Oh, excellent try there from the number 10, Charlie Meemans. And the score finishes Cardiff Met 10, Hartpury 18. An excellent performance from Hartpury.
Well, it was a tough defeat against Hartpury here for Cardiff Met, but then they bounced back against Exeter and won 33-26. Steph, what did you think of the match?
Yeah, I think it's a great result for Cardiff Met. Going up to Exeter is a tough one in general, but going up there in wet and windy conditions and coming back with a win, I'm sure that they'll all be very happy on that trip back, coming back with a win and a bonus point win as that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure, of course, they will be very happy with that performance. But what was it for you? Like, do you see this as like a monumental victory for them against Exeter? Of course, coming off the back of a loss, and which is almost like a statement win. You know, they're saying, yeah, you know, we did lose against Hartpury, but they've come back, shown the resilience, shown the character to get a win against Exeter.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be one of the most important aspects of their season and one of the most important moments of their season. Even the loss as well, I think, is going to be a positive for them in a very weird way. I think obviously they've had a great start to the season in a very competitive league. They lost to Hartpury here at King Coyd, but then going up and bouncing back straight away with a great performance against Exeter away, as I said, in wet and windy conditions. I think they'll be over the moon with that, and obviously carry on now and take that momentum forward and push on for the season.
Yep. And of course we can see with the players training behind us just warming up, there's an abundance on talent display tonight from both sides. Who would you be looking out for, Steph, as kind of like your ones to watch?
I definitely say Mugabe at 7 is I think the word is explosive. That's the only way to describe her. Of course she's very good at breaking the line and making yards, but it's also that explosiveness, going wide and being able to go around defenders, and I think just her general agility around the pitch is a massive weapon for Cardiff Met. And usually if she has a good game, Cardiff Met's having a good game, so they'll be hoping that she's on form today and running the show again.
Yep. And so what we've seen here is obviously there's a ton of players on display that are so good, but the one for me to look out for is Captain E.C. Cantrell, who we spoke to last week, actually did an exclusive press conference with Cardiff Met TV.
I think this team is definitely the strongest team in the league. I think that's a bold statement, but like the players that we have so many U20s players, U18s players, we have the potential to take this team to the final, and I think we're in the process of it. And even though with the loss from last week, I think we still have a lot of potential.
Well, we've just seen from the clip there, of course, her mentality, kind of such a bold statement to come out with. Steph, do you see that as a real positive for Cardiff Met to have someone so strong in personality as their captain?
Yeah, I think often, and for good reason, we talk a lot about E.C. Cantrell and her rugby ability, how good of a player she is, obviously in under-20s USA international. But I think what strikes me more than anything when I watch her play is that leadership aspect of it, and we saw that in the VT there. She's a mentality monster. She knows what she wants to achieve this season, and she's telling her teammates in a very blatant way that they should be reaching that final. And I think if you're one of her teammates and you're hearing someone like E.C. Cantrell telling you that you can make that final, then there's no reason whatsoever why you shouldn't be making that final. And they showed it, as we mentioned earlier. They went up to Exeter and bounced back with a great win. So it shows that she's instilling that kind of mentality into her teammates, and she's also embodying that mentality as well. When you see her on the pitch, she's making yards for the team. She's leading the team a lot. So I think, again, I said if Mugabe has a good game, Cardiff Met will have a good game. But I think that if E.C. Cantrell's on form, Cardiff Met will be on form as well.
And yeah, I mean, it's going to be so interesting to see whether Cardiff Met can kind of live up to the weight that she's kind of put on them. But coming from a Loughborough perspective, see, they made so many changes since their win against Durham. How do you think that impacts the squad? Because obviously it wasn't just the player changes, but almost positional changes as well. Yeah,
that's the thing. There hasn't necessarily been that many changes in terms of personnel. It's the same group of players that played in their last fixture, but obviously a change in position, as you mentioned. So it's the same group of girls that went up and won last time around, so they'll know what the score is, so to speak. They'll know what they have to do. It's the same system, and obviously it's the same in any club, and especially at the level like this, every single player, whoever steps onto that field, is going to be a good player. I think at 15, very, very explosive at the back, and they've got some good backs, as have Cardiff Met. So I think that's going to be an interesting battle to look out for today.
Yeah, well, of course, it's a chilly but not rainy day today, but the floor, looking down, it is pretty muddy, still pretty slippery. Who do you think that's going to... who do you think is going to play better in this? Obviously, Cardiff Met are probably more used to the rain than Loughborough. Of course, it's still rainy in England. So who do you think it's going to favour tonight?
Yeah, being a Welsh club, I guess you could look at it that way. But no, I think, as I mentioned just now, at this level, stuff like that, it obviously does play a slight role, but it won't play that much of a role. They're great players in their own right, and they go out there and they'll play some rugby. As you said, it's chilly. It hasn't rained for a while, so I think both teams will want to go wide, and I think we'll see that. But then, as you said, maybe towards the end of the game, we'll see them trying to go more tight and using some of their players, such as Mugabe, to keep earning those small yards and hopefully cross that white line.
Well, thank you, Steph. We'll speak to you later on, of course, bringing us some more information about what's gone on in the other fixtures in the BUCS today. But, well, with kick-off fast approaching, it's time for us to leave you here in the hands of the commentary team, Spencer O'Connell and Rhys Williams.
Cheers, Toby. Not about that. Good evening and welcome to Rugby 1 at Kincoid. Tonight's clash, the Cardiff Met take on Loughborough in the BUCS Women's National League. The Archers come into this game in positive early season form, having won 3 of their last 4 fixtures. Loughborough, meanwhile, come into this game having only one game to their belt, and that was a win. And they'll be hoping for victory in their first game on the road this season. I'm joined by my co-commentator this evening, Spence O'Connell. Spence, how do you see this game going?
Hiya Reece, nice to speak to you first of all, and yeah, really excited for this fixture tonight. And you know, Toby and Steph covered quite a lot of it downstairs and on how important this fixture actually is. But if we look at the fixture that we got tonight, Reece, we've got a team that is fresh, only coming in off one win and played only one game, and then we've got Cardiff Met who are coming in off 3 games, and they're in a very good place, Reece. You know, they've had 2 wins, 1 loss, but I think tonight's going to be interesting to see where this one can actually go.
Yeah, a massive clash in store for us, I hope. Obviously, the last time we were down here at Cardiff Met Sport TV covering Cardiff Met, they went down 18-10 against Hartbury. How do you think they can hurt this Loughborough team tonight?
Well, we were speaking earlier to some of the players, and you know, and Danai Mugabe said literally that they want to play expansive rugby, but to do that, it's going to be difficult. But yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Right, so we'll run you through the teams quickly, and Cardiff Met make 4 changes to the team that started in the comeback victory against Exeter. Emily Joyce's performance last week is rewarded with a start, and she joins the Carr twins in the front row. Poppy Ellis slots in the boiler house to join 2-try hero from last week, Katie Mackay. The back row is unchanged, with the impressive Denai Mugabe included. In the backs, Isla Craig moves from the wing position and comes in for Saren Singleton at scrum half. Lily Brand joins Captain America EC Cantrell in the centre, and their wingers Nia Grundy and Amy Williams are covered by fullback Grace Exford. On the bench, try scorer from last week, Owens is joined by fellow backs replacement Foster, whilst Rose Walker comes into the squad this week.
Yeah, and then for Loughborough, then we have an exciting squad tonight. We got number 1 Amelia Williams comes in at loose head. Kerry Shrewsbury stays at hooker. LMA Fairday comes in at tight head to form the front row. Emily Peters and former Cardiff Met student Molly Greenman make up the second row. Kat Weasley comes in at 6, with Greenman going into the row, as Poppy Phillips and Lucy Finch make up the back row. England under 20s Lucy Weaver starts at 9, with new halfback pairing Alex Baker coming in for her first start this season. Captain Molly Anderson-Thomas makes the move from 10 to 12, with Molly Latai moving over to 13 after her standout performance against Durham. The back 3 is made up of Gabby Knight, Sarah Smart and Scotland 18's Freya McCall. It's experienced replacements for Loughborough, with Wales 20s Kena Williams at 16, Era Proctor 17 and 18 Stephanie Atkinson. At 19 Ivy Stevens, and 20 2-try wonder against Durham Maisie Johns. Becca Lawn, Emily Heaps and Freya Greensmith complete the match day 23.
Cheers, Spence. As we can see, Cardiff Met are just on their way out here onto the field. Loughborough, obviously, there are no away changing rooms here, so they've stayed out on the pitch. And Cardiff Met on their way out. They form their huddle, both teams in huddles. Just what will they be saying, Spence, now going into this match?
Well, look, you know, they're going to be saying to each other, let's get ready for this now. Both teams really want to set a statement tonight, really want to put a tone out there, and it's going to be a really important 10 minutes. So I think you're going to have likes of EC Cantrell over in the Cardiff Met camp saying in that huddle, come on girls, let's get ready. And then over in the Loughborough squad, they're going to be wanting to play expansive rugby. You know, they are going to be literally up for this, Reece.
And now we see the coin toss taking place as well. 2 very experienced captains. Obviously, you mentioned DC Cantrell there. She's a USA Under-20 international. And the captain for Loughborough tonight is Molly Anderson-Thomas, and she's got Wales Under-20s experience as well. So both of them are highly experienced players, Spence.
Yeah, 100%, you know, and I think Molly Anderson-Thomas played 10 against Durham. She's made the move to 12. I think that's going to be really exciting to see what she can do at 12, how she controls the game. And then, obviously, the Molly Latai as well at 13. You know, I was speaking to the coach earlier from Loughborough, and she was literally saying how Molly impressed them so much that she put that statement down and she stayed at 13, even with the captain moving to 12 to allow room for Alex Baker to come in at 10. So they're trying something new this week, and yeah, it's gonna be good to see how that Loughborough back line lines up and how they perform as a group together.
And the teams have emerged from their huddles, and we are nearly set for kick-off here at Cardiff Met. The number 10 for Loughborough, Alex Baker, has the ball in her hands, and we are just about ready to go. And kick-off. We are underway at Kincoid campus. Big carry to start the game there from Isla Craig. Nicole Marlowe just filling in a scrum off there while Craig was on the ground. And it's a lovely line there just to break through. And Marlowe clears high.
I think that's going to be really important tonight to reach that kicking battle. Who's going to win that? Nicole Marlowe at 10, she does it very well.
And a big carry there in the centre. Loughborough just looking to set up here. They've got a couple of the numbers wide, but they choose to go up the middle again. And there's a turnover there for Cardiff Met. EC Cantrell steals the ball at the breakdown. A good start for Cardiff Met there, and they've got the ball back here. So they carry forward. Marlowe puts boot to ball, and it's a great kick from Marlowe. Finds touch there, and just applies the pressure back onto Loughborough, Spence.
Yeah, it's exactly what we wanted there. A great turnover by the captain. I loved what Steph said earlier about it being a mentality monster. We know her rugby ability, but it's her leadership that we kind of sometimes sidetrack. But that was a pure great turnover to start the game and show her team what they're here for tonight.
And the set piece goes awry, and Cardiff Met over the back. And the referee is playing advantage here as Cardiff Met look to have a free play. It's a great carry forward. That's a well-timed carry there from Katie Carr coming around the corner.
It's on here out wide, it's got to go.
EC Cantrell takes it into contact.
It's on out wide, look. Blind.
And they've gone again through the middle. And the referee there penalising that.
Yeah, nice spot here for Cardiff Met early on in the game. Get them 3 points on the board.
Do you think they'll go for the post-share, Spence, or do you think they'll,
It looks like they're opting to go for the line out, but I think, that's big, Reece. They obviously backing themselves here, backing their forwards. I think if that was me, I probably would have opted for the points just to get the 3 on the board. But yeah, big decision, and we'll see if they come away with something here.
Well, they'll be hoping this line out goes well for them to start it off. And it's in successfully. And the maul is set up. And they're through for a try. And it's given. Cardiff Met score early on. The corner was the correct decision, Spence.
Yeah, well, I'll eat my words, Reece. I seem to be doing that quite a lot lately, but that is exactly what Met would have wanted. Lisa was speaking to us earlier, the head coach. She was saying, they wanted to get their basics right and then play off that. They've done exactly that, Reece. They've gone for the line out. The line out was bang on the money, and they have got a lovely try with Nicole Marlowe. Now may be able to add the extras. 5 points on the board for Met early on.
Rosie Carr dotting over there, and it was a really good hooker's finish, wasn't it, Spence?
Yeah, look, listen, I've played that position. I've got them tries many a time in my bag, and there's no better feeling. You throw the ball, and then you won the ball off the back of the maul. And when you dot over that white line, it's a great feeling. So she's going to be loving that, and hopefully it's the first of many tonight for the Archers.
Nicole Marlowe now setting up the kick. She's got a long, distinctive run up towards the ball. And that is a fantastic conversion from Nicole Marlowe. And that means the score here is Cardiff Met 7, Loughborough 0.
I tell you what, Reece, what a kick, eh? What a kick. Let's take a look at this quick replay by you then, Reece.
As you can see, great decision there to split off from the maul and split through the Loughborough defence.
Yeah, it was good work. Nice tight bind.
And Marlowe clears. And straight out, so Loughborough will have a line out in the Met 22.
Yeah, it's really tough, that is, Reece. She's just done an absolute amazing thing down the one side of the pitch, kicking that conversion, and then she's just let herself down a little bit there, kicking out on the full, and now allowing Loughborough the opportunity for something similar to what Met just did.
Loughborough looking for this, looking to bounce straight back here. And they set up the maul. Kerry Shrewsbury looking to control it from the back here. And they've got movement, Spence.
Yeah, look, listen, this is a nice position for Loughborough to be in.
They're rumbling on forwards. And they're still going. Now they keep it tight. The referee has got playing an advantage.
I'm just watching here, number 12. She's coming over to the blind side. Molly Anderson-Thomas, the skipper, is she going to dictate something
Another
here?
tight carry as they move closer and closer to the line. And the referee has gone back for the penalty. High tackle there, Spence.
Yeah, good defence from Met, though, I think, after the penalty was conceded. But I think if they'd opened their eyes there, Loughborough, they would have seen an overlap on the left-hand side, down the blind. But, yeah, Met got some defence work to do here, Reece.
And Loughborough have made the decision in the same way that Cardiff Met did a few moments ago to go for the line out. Is that a decision they will be happy with? We'll find out in the imminent moments ahead.
Yeah, look, it's brave. They're saying to Met, if you can do it, we can do it better.
And they've good line out claim there. And Shrewsbury again at the back as they edge closer to towards the line. And they are over! Kerry Shrewsbury control that beautifully. And Loughborough are over for their first score of the night, Spence.
Well, well, well. It's all going on early on in this game, Reece, I'll be honest. 7 minutes in, 7-5. 2 driving lineouts and 2 tries. I'm loving it.
Is it a sign of things to come? Both packs have set out their stall early and both packs have shown they can score tries, Spence.
Yeah, well, definitely, Reece. You know, this is what BUCS, the men's have done for many years, and now the women's are starting to do it. You know, making games entertaining, not being afraid to take their chances, and it's great to see, you know, women playing rugby in the right areas rather than maybe taking the easy option and going for the 3 points.
Alex Baker will be looking to replicate what her opposite number did up the other end as she sets herself up for this difficult kick from a pretty tight angle.
It's going to be interesting to see if she can get this kick, mind Reece, and then we'll see why she might have been brought into the side.
It's a long run up. Ooh. And that was a good chasing line there from the Met. Just got in her eyesight maybe, got in her eye line and just put her off there.
Yeah, maybe, and don't forget, it's her first start of the season for Loughborough, so, you know, it's never easy taking that first kick off the tee in any game. But, yeah, I think if they're within any chance of maybe edging Met tonight, then she has to convert those opportunities.
And we saw the value of a chase on a conversion in the Rugby World Cup, the Men's Rugby World Cup, obviously with Colby last week. So that was really good from Met there, just to get in her eye line and put her off. As Loughborough looking to set you. It's good tackling from Met. And that's a strong carry there from Lucy Finch. Met will look to clear the lines. And it's charged. So there's no offsides.
Yeah, Met need to be really, really clever here. 2 phases and it's got to go wide. Quick ball.
Isla Craig out to Marlowe. Good pass out to the midfield. And it's Lily Brand. And the referee's playing another advantage. Marlowe kicks through, knowing it was coming. And the referee penalises Loughborough there for not rolling away, Spence.
Yeah, you know, this is a game that is going to be tight, and I think Met are just edging at the moment in them tight areas. A really, really good chase down there, and they're going to go for the line out again here, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can do the same sort of thing, Reece, as what they just did. Weirdo kick there
And
from
it doesn't
Marlow.
quite make touch. So Loughborough have got a chance to clear there. Cardiff Met not punishing Loughborough's ill discipline. And in fact, the referee is now playing an advantage for Loughborough, and they'll have a chance to clear their lines easily there, Spence.
Yeah, they're going to be disappointed with our Cardiff Met. They had a real good opportunity there to get in the other side's 22 and really put some pressure on them, and now Loughborough got an easy exit.
It just shows how fine margins they can decide games potentially, and the fine margin there was Marlow just missing the kick to touch and then conceding the penalty there.
Yep, fine margins and everything, and I just got to come back to you talking about Colby earlier. Talk about fine margins, do you know what I mean? That's the pinnacle of fine margins. So this game, it is going to be dictated by fine margins 100%.
Kerry Shrewsbury feeds the line, but it's gone awry, and Met have reclaimed it, and they'll have a chance here to turn to their attack again as Rosie Carr takes it up. Marlow, and that pass doesn't quite go to hand, and Marlow picks up again. It's Isla Craig looking to find a gap,
Crossfield
and the
kick could
referee
have been on then.
Referee is
Unlucky.
blown up for another penalty. Isla Craig just isolated there, Spence.
Yeah, look, this is something I was looking at before the game, Reece. Discipline. Cardiff Met women, when they played Exeter last week, they only conceded 10 penalties. And if you're within that barrier of under 15 penalties, then you're within very good range of winning the game. Unfortunately tonight they've conceded a fair in the first couple of minutes here. You know, we're 11 minutes in and I think they've conceded 4 or 5 penalties already, Reece. So, you know, they need to tighten up in that area.
Alex Baker with a good kick from a tight angle there. And Shrewsbury will be looking for a better line out this time, I'm sure. It's claimed by Cardiff Met and Loughborough, and they've got a chance to attack here. It's taken up in the midfield by Cat Wesley. Loughborough look to spread it wide here.
Oh, his ball's got to go.
Freya McCall there almost broke through the lines. It's a good tackle from Mugabe. It's into the midfield, and it's a carry from Molly Greenman. And it's Alex Baker out wide.
That was the first glimpse there that we've seen of Freya McCall tonight. Speaking to the head coach earlier of Loughborough, she was saying that she is showing something that they haven't seen in a while. It's definitely a Scotland 18 sort of category.
The Met have turned it over, Spence. But it's gone loose, and Loughborough will have a scrum. All a bit messy in that Fraser play, Steph.
Took the words out my mouth there, Reece. It's definitely a bit scrappy, and I think both teams just trying to work each other out around them tight areas. You know, Loughborough with a really lovely break there, as I was just saying about Freya McCall, using them legs. I think that ball had to go out wide, and they probably would have got a bit further into the 22 of Met. But yeah, a bit scrappy. First scrum of the night, so let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Lucy Weaver looking to feed the scrum here, and Loughborough will be hoping for a good set to get their backs into the game. Weaver into the scrum, but Cardiff Met get the shove on immediately.
Oh, that is a great scrum.
Loughborough managed to pick it out there. Lucy Finch does really well, but it's turned over by the Met. Fantastic work at the scrum to disrupt it initially, and now they've turned it over.
It's mad that they're playing in their 22 here. And they get done with things like that.
Commentators curse there, Spence. You mention it and it happens.
Yeah, sorry, I got a little bit excited there. You know, I thought they were going to get rid of that ball and get a nice clean exit after a very big scrum. You know, speaking to Mikey Vaughan in pre-studio before the game, the boys were asking him about the scrum, and he was saying how dominant he wanted it to be after training. And they've done that, they've shown that, and then they've let themselves down with not exiting. And now they've turned the ball over Loughborough with an easy 3 points here.
Sarah Smart here is looking to add the penalty. And it's over, and the flags go up, and the score now is Cardiff Met 7, Loughborough 8.
Yeah, interesting there, Reece. Already they've decided to change goal kicker. I said about Alex Baker missing that one, and if they wanted to be within the chance of winning this game, then penalties and conversions have to at least have a chance of going over. So a change there to Sarah Smart with a goal kick.
Short one from Marlowe, but it's collected well by Loughborough. And they'll look to clear their line, sure. Baker puts boot to ball slightly over Marlowe, who had to reach for it and has had to go back into her 22. It's a good claim there from Latai.
It's on you.
And she chips and chases. There was a late hit, but the referee says nothing doing. And Marlowe finds touch superbly, Spence. That was really good in the kicking battle there for Marlowe.
Yeah, that's more like it, Reece. That's exactly what we want to see, you know. But I don't know if you noticed there, Latai literally got caught up. But if that ball had gone over, she was definitely in for a kick and chase there. So Met probably a little bit lucky there, but a good exit there from Marlowe.
We've seen the good and the bad from Kerr Shrewsbury at the line out so far. She'll be hoping for the good from this one. It's a good, clean line out, and they've got a chance here, Loughborough. But the referee has blown his whistle.
Yeah, offside, I think, there. Loughborough coming up too fast out the line.
It's quite rare you see that on an attacking line, isn't it, Spence?
Yeah, I gotta be honest, it'd be nice to see a replay of that one, because I ain't too sure what happened, but I'm pretty sure that they were offside and not 10 off the line when the ball came off the top.
Interesting that Cardiff Met have gone for the scrum here as well. Obviously we saw them miss touch on the last one, so do you think that was in their minds there? And also, you know, we saw how dominant they were on Loughborough's scrum.
Well, yeah, you know, I think Met were really dominant on their scrum down there, Reece, and I think they've decided to opt for that again here. And I think they'll be looking to set a good attacking platform here.
Isla Craig in at scrum half this week, and she'll be looking to feed the scrum successfully here. Makes his way out, and Craig picks up Marlowe. Spreads it wide. To Amy Williams. It's a really good clear out from East Ganta, but it's intercepted. Oh, and the referee has gone back for a penalty, penalised for offside in the end there, Spence.
And they've taken it quick, Reece. Oh, referee.
The referee appears to be pointing for a scrum to Loughborough.
Yeah, not too sure what's going on here. Maybe ball was... No, it's a Met scrum.
Oh.
It's a Met scrum, yeah, I thought so.
The referee confusing us there with his hand signals.
I think if you look at this...
No, it is a Loughborough scrum, Spence.
I don't think the ref knows whose scrum it is, to be honest.
Maybe the quick tap, maybe knocked on in the quick tap, possibly?
Possibly, but I'm just not too sure. But I was just about to say, if they set a nice attacking platform they met, I know they haven't got a scrum, but it would have been a lovely opportunity down this wide channel here. But yeah, Loughborough will be looking to exit their lines now.
Well, the front row might have that previous Loughborough scrum in their minds when Cardiff Met got the shove on and disrupted it completely, Spence.
Yeah, definitely. I think Loughborough need to front up, yeah. You know, otherwise it's a good position for Met to be in on the 10-metre line.
Weaver feeds.
That's a great
but
scrum.
Met have got the shove on again, and it's come out. And forward, and the referee's going to blow for a penalty for offside there. Isla Craig picked the ball up in front of Nicole Marlowe, and the referee has blown up for the penalty.
Yeah, look, poor discipline against scrappy play. They've just put in an absolute great shift in the scrum, and then they've been let down by simple hands. It's not what you want to be seeing as an Archer fan in that crowd over there, but you know, these things happen in rugby recently, especially at Kincoid.
That was a great touch finder from Alex Baker there to give her team a line out just inside the Cardiff Met 10-metre line. And you can see there, Cardiff Met, huge hit on the scrum. Fantastic from the Cardiff Met front row. And Loughborough claimed that one successfully. It's transferred to Cardiff Shrewsbury. But the referee has blown up for crossing and Cardiff Met will get a penalty.
Yeah, both teams being pretty poor here with discipline, aren't they, Reece? That's what I'm sort of finding. Silly decisions and, you know, they're things that you wouldn't really expect to be seeing tonight. But, oh, here comes the ball.
Yeah, as you can see here, interesting haircuts all the time at King Coyd campus, and there's another example of it there.
We love to see it.
What a lid.
We love
What
to
a
see
lid.
it.
Rosie Carr will be looking to feed this. It goes awry, but it works just about for Cardiff Met. And Marlowe into EC Cantrell on the crash ball.
Blinds on you. Blinds on.
Loughborough had hands in there, but they couldn't turn it over. And Marlowe. That's a big hit from Loughborough, just to disrupt the momentum of that attack completely. And that's a good carry. Oh, but it's ripped by Loughborough. The referee rules it was legal and they've got a chance to attack here now. LMA Friday. And the referee is blown for a penalty. Really good work there from Poppy Ellis over the breakdown, and Cardiff Met win the turnover.
Yeah, they needed that, Reece. You know, I was looking again at some stats, and I'm really surprised that Cardiff Met's carrying tonight. They had 89% carry success last week against Exeter. 154 carries were positive, and only 20 were negative. Whereas we're 22 minutes into this game, and already I'm seeing them dropping the ball in contact and carrying in one arm and things. And you know, they're going to have to tighten that up, and I'm sure the coaches will be shouting that onto the pitch now, and especially at half time they'll be having a word with them about that, Reece.
And as we can see, actually Loughborough have made a change in the front row. LMA Faraday has gone off. And replacement Stephanie Atkinson, who started the last time that Loughborough played against Durham. She started that game, but she's come in from the bench now to fill in.
Yeah, that's interesting, Reece. You know, they've been getting buckled in the scrum, Loughborough, and maybe the coaches have just looked at that. It's a brave move. I'm not sure if it was an injury or something, but if it's not, it's a brave move. You know, 23 minutes into the game, and you're changing your tight head. But as we can see,
Loughborough having a bit more joy, and Cardiff Met having to pick up the ball under a bit of pressure. It's a good tackle, but the referee has deemed that it was high. And the referee is just going to have a chat with Captain Molly Anderson-Thomas about that high hit. In fact, she's chatting to both captains. Just what will he be saying here, Spence?
I think he'd be telling them, look, discipline's quite poor here from both sides. You know, sort it out, have a chat with your players. And now it's up to the captains to show their leadership here and make sure that their players listen and sort it out, because otherwise it's just going to disrupt the game, as we're seeing.
Yeah, we're hearing a lot of the referees whistle so far, and we don't want to see that. We want to see lots of running rugby, but unfortunately for that to happen, we need both teams to be disciplined. Marlowe does find touch this time. Cardiff Met be hoping for a good set cheer from the line out, Steph.
Yeah, 100%. You know, this is a big time now for Cardiff Met to set a platform, go through some phases, and play some rugby. Because it's been a bit very scrappy lately, these last 10 minutes.
Obviously perfect conditions for running rugby tonight, as Cardiff Met, really good line out there. And Mugabe in on the crash. Mugabe picks a line, just about half breaks the tackle. Marlowe, EC Cantrell, out wide.
Chip over the top.
To Amy Williams. It's a great covering tackle. EC Cantrell picks and goes. It's into the midfield. And Vice Captain Jess Rogers has pushed back slightly there. Marlowe tried to put a bit of disguise on that pass. And it's Poppy Ellis bouncing off the tackle there.
Really good scramble D from Loughborough.
And Loughborough have just slowed that ball down there. And they're over the top of it. And they've won the penalty and won the turnover. Really good work over the breakdown there from the Loughborough hooker, Kerry Shrewsbury, the try scorer, Spence.
Yes, deserved. You know, Met had some really, really nice play there, and they went out wide, but a great cover tackle, and then some really good scramble defence then from Loughborough, and a great turnover that helps them come away with a nice exit in the Mets half.
Yeah, an inch perfect kick there from Alex Baker, really demonstrating just how fine those margins are there. Perfectly into touch.
Yeah, it's interesting, Reece, and I'm looking at this now. We're just over a quarter of the way in, and after speaking to McBuy earlier, she was saying we need to get a win tonight to put them in good stead for Hartbury next week.
It's a fantastic claim at the line out, and Loughborough have rumbled on.
That's a great
past
drive.
The 10-metre line. They're looking towards the 22 now. It's a huge maul from Loughborough. So into the midfield, Maurice Anderson-Thomas. Good carry round the corner from Lucy Finch, but that's a massive hit.
Lovely carry from Molly Anderson-Thomas there, mind at 12, and that's what she gives you in that position.
Molly Anderson-Thomas again carries up into the Cardiff Met 22. Oh, that's a fantastic hit. What a hit there. Loughborough still going though, and there's a big space gap opened up. Good scramble defence from Cardiff Met. And Loughborough, chance to go wide.
The hat to go then, Reece.
Kerry Shrewsbury taking it into contact there. Loughborough, they got a chance to go wide again. They're edging forwards. And the referee has blown for a Cardiff Met penalty. And we've got Steph coming in on the commentary here. Steph, I believe you've got an update for us.
I have. I've got some updates from around the grounds today. Obviously 3 games in the Women's National League. Exeter against Durham. Well, that game finished Exeter 75, Durham 0. So a dominant display there from Exeter. And then Cardiff University played Hartbury at home. And Hartbury came out 50 points to 11 against...
Oh, Aaron Steph, I'll cut you off there. That's a fantastic line through the middle from Kat Wesley. And she's over! What a score from Kat Wesley! Absolutely phenomenal carry. She's rumbled through the middle and she's rumbled away right up over the try line. What a score, Spence.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible, Reece. Literally, I was just stood by there and Steph literally put the headset on and I was like, they're about to score you. And what an absolutely amazing line there from Kat Weasley.
Wow.
She's come into this squad this week and she's deserved of that so far. I've been impressed with her carrying. But that they, running from the 22 on a hard line, it's exactly what we want to see.
There's a phenomenal angle from Kat. As you can see, worked out to her here. She just picked that line and she ran straight through it. And then she had the presence of mind to bash off her player and make it all the way up to the line. A fantastic score.
Yeah, incredible. I think as well at the same time you have to look at Met's defence there, slipping off tackles. Maybe tackle technique needs to be questioned a little bit.
And the referee has carded Loughborough. Something was clearly said there, Spence. Confusion.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, Reece.
The referee has given a penalty to Cardiff Met and has ruled out the try.
Yeah, I think we could do with a replay on this, definitely, just to have a look at what's going on.
Well, I've never seen that ever.
Loughborough coach is looking quite confused there.
Slightly bemused in the commentary box. The players don't seem to be though, they're carrying on. It's Cardiff Met carry forward. And into touch. And Cardiff Met have got their tails up now.
Yeah, it's getting a bit rowdy out there now, isn't it? That's what we like to see. Bit of physicality.
Cardiff Met looking to make it pay their one person advantage, but that's gone loose, and Loughborough have turned it over, Spence.
Yeah, look, it's good rugby. This is good rugby to watch for any fan. And I'm just thinking back to that try. And
And it was loose in the midfield, but Loughborough have managed to hold on to it.
Yeah, I was just thinking back to that try, and if Loughborough had scored, how different it might have looked right now. But, Met applying pressure here.
And that's a penalty to Cardiff Met. And they've really got their tails up now, Spence. They're smelling blood after that yellow card. And they're looking to make their advantage players. They go quickly with Easy Cadrell.
What a carry.
She rumbles into her opposite number.
Yeah, this is something I love about women's rugby. When would you see any male player at this standard tapping and going on the 40-metre line? You just wouldn't see it.
Gone loose there for Cardiff Met. And Loughborough, the referee plays a good advantage there. But he's blown and he's gone back for the scrum. Well, it's all happening here, Spence.
It is. I gotta be honest, this is my first women's game that I've commentated on, and I am really enjoying it. It's all going on. It's a bit scrappy at times, and I think, this is where your captains come in and they have to be saying to their team, let's tighten up in these loose areas and go through the phases.
So it was a fantastic score from Cat Wesley, or at least we thought it was a fantastic score. The referee had other ideas.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, Reece. The only thing I can think of is maybe it's the charge with the arm. But apart from that, I am a bit confused.
So Steph was interrupted the last time he came in, but he's back now. Steph, can you just provide us those updates you were giving us there, mate?
Yeah, well, I was rudely interrupted, but I think for good reason. And as I was saying, Hartbury did beat Cardiff University 50 points to 11. And if you did miss the one that I gave before, it was that Exeter have beaten Durham 75 points to 0. And that, interestingly enough, puts Exeter on 12 points, which is only 3 points behind Cardiff Met before this game is played. So it will be very important and a great opportunity again for Cardiff Met to push forward. And then I'm going to have to mention it as well, as much as I hate to say it. The men's first team, the BUCS team, lost 43 points to 39 against Cardiff Met University. And the rest of the results, Loughborough beat Leeds Beckett 39 points to 19. Bath beat Hartbury 38 points to 21. And Nottingham beat Cardiff Met, as I said, 43 points to 39. But I am well informed that the first team for the hockey women have won 6-0, and that pushes them forward again on their unbeaten run in the season. That's all from me. I'll let you go back to this boisterous affair.
Cheers, Steph. Providing great updates there of all things Cardiff Met. We've got a scrum here for Loughborough. The intervening period of play there saw Loughborough kick it, and then Cardiff Met there. Had an opportunity out wide, Spence, but it just went loose again.
Yeah, that word again. How many chances do they need until they tighten up and do
as
something?
Cardiff Met get a huge shove on, but it's a great pickup from the back of the scrum. Fantastic pick-up and carry there from Lucy Finch.
Crossfield's on.
Well covered by Amy Williams, who will look to attack herself now.
Oh.
And she gets away. She boots the ball, and it's into a good area. The chase is on. Easy Cadrell, the captain, is leading it. It's great work from Easy Cadrell.
That's great work there, Reece. Absolutely great work from the Cardiff Met side. and a great chase from EC Cantrell to now put pressure on them and put them in the 5.
Loughborough clear it themselves. And the referee has gone back for a scrum.
Yeah, knock on there, and it's a Loughborough scrum.
A lot of stoppages in this game so far, Steph. Oh, sorry, Spence.
Yeah, a lot of stoppages so far. Yeah, it must be hard for you, Reece, chopping and changing with Spence and Steph. But yeah, a lot of stoppages, and you know, it's something that needs to change. And like I've said it a couple of times now, it is about that leadership, changing it all around, and making sure that they get tight there.
And as we can see here, a great break for Amy Williams. She put boot to ball at a really good time. And then a great chase from Captain America, EC Cantrell. And then I don't think our camera quite picks up. So it was, yeah, just knocked forward there. Maybe a hint of a deliberate knock on there, Spence. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if
Cardiff Met got a huge shove on. But it's a great pick-up again from Lucy Finch at the back of the scrum. And Loughborough are away on attack of their own. Dancing feet there in the midfield. Poppy Phillips rumbles forward. It's a great offload. That's a fantastic break from Freya McCall. She puts boot to ball. She's charging through.
Oh, she's going to be on this.
Is she going to pick it up? She kicked it forward.
Oh, she's knocked it on.
And it's not. And it's a try. The referee has pointed for the try. Fantastic work there from Freya McCall. And Loughborough have scored.
I'm pretty sure that looked like a knock on to me, Reece. But nonetheless, absolutely great work from Freya McCall. She is lightning, isn't she?
What a break from Freya McCall. She's got international experience, of course. She's a Scotland under-18s international. And that, as we can see here, initially you thought the attack might be slowing down in momentum, but no, she cuts through. She notices her opposite number is Rosie Carr, and then a great chip and chase. And then fantastic footballing skills. And then Gabby Knight was on hand to finish the try off.
I think if we had a TMO on that one, I think it'd be a very close call, Reece. A very close call.
And Seren Smart adds the extras. And that means the score is now Cardiff Met 7, Loughborough 15.
Yeah, and we're just on the edge of half-time here. That is not what Cardiff Met wanted at all. You never want to concede just before the break. But nonetheless, that was amazing by Freya McCall. And I understand exactly what head coach Katie was telling me about earlier, about her pace.
Well, I don't think it's been a pulsating game, Spence, but there's been moments where this game has really come alive.
Yeah, 100%. You know, it hasn't been what the flow in rugby that maybe we would have expected on a dry night here at Kincoid, but it has had those moments of brilliance. And, you know, that's exactly what you want from your team. Loughborough probably with a few more of them, and they're putting the chances to bed, and they've got 2 tries.
McCall carries forward again. You can see the confidence that break has given her.
Yeah, she is a very confident young rugby player.
Marlowe gets it wide.
Great pass.
Good line pick there from Amy Williams. It's a positive carry from Rosie Carr. Has Met looked to cut the line there. Marlowe. Carr. It's a good carry again. The Loughborough defence just holding firm for the moment as Marlowe gets it again.
Denai Mugby absolutely screaming for this ball out wide.
Oh, big hit there from Loughborough. But the referee has said it's high, and it's Molly Anderson-Thomas penalised again.
I'm shocked there hasn't been a yellow card yet, Reece, I'll be honest, for maybe either side, because right there we see another high tackle.
And Marlowe, she'll be hoping to find touch here. And that's a fantastic line from Freya McCall. The chip and chase was excellent. The footballing skills was superb. And yeah, I think that does go backwards. And Gabby Knight, like all good wingers, she could smell a try. And she scored it.
Yeah, she's come into the squad this week and she'll be happy to get herself a meat pie. Just looking at that, and I just think it's very tight. Probably be up for debate with a few Met fans over in the stands there, but a good try. Very, very good try.
Well, the referee signalled for a free kick there. And I don't know whether Loughborough thought it was a penalty, so they've kicked it straight out thinking, I think, it was a penalty. And in fact, the referee has ruled it was a free kick. And therefore, it's now a reversal of that decision, and Cardiff Met will get a line out from where the kick was taken.
Yeah, some of these refs' decisions, Reece, I don't know about you, but they're baffling my brain a little bit.
Yeah, he seems to be having a tough shift tonight. I think there's a lot going on for him to look at.
Yeah, I think he might need a protein bar and a Lucozade at half time and see how he gets on in the second half.
As Cardiff Met look to capitalise on that error from Loughborough. Craig into Katie Carr, the other of the Carr twins. And Loughborough, fantastic over the breakdown there. A great work to turn that ball over, Spence.
Yeah, massive. That is a massive turnover. We're literally into the 40th minute. Met, they probably could have had a very good chance of scoring if they continued to apply pressure. And now they're able to kick the ball out.
Baker taps and goes, kicks it out, and that is the half-time whistle. The score at half-time is Cardiff Met 7, Loughborough 15.
Yeah, great stuff. You know, it's been a half which, like we've mentioned a couple of times, scrappy, but moments of brilliance, Reece.
What do you think both sides will be saying at half-time in their respective camps?
I think Loughborough will be saying, well done. You know, it's a 3.5 hour journey down here, and they can be proud of that first half. Like I said, a few scrappy moments, but they've took the chances, and they are the ones in the lead. And then we've also got Cardiff Met then, who probably will be having a little bit of a row over there. You know, the coaches will be telling them, come on, let's get our act together. But on the subject of rugby anyway, Reece, Amy Rotherow, ex-former Cardiff Met alumni and Cardiff Met rugby player, she set up a new initiative here at Cardiff Met, and she's created a new programme for girls within the Cardiff community to come along and play rugby. So let's all take a little look at that.
Open Campus was started as a way of giving students a practical experience. So instead of just delivering to each other, they get to take what they've learnt in lectures and apply it, and then we're giving those people in the community a chance to access provision that they would have never had access to previously. We're creating programs together, we're collaborating to make these cohesive initiatives that look to create benefit and also making them sustainable as well.
In my third year for my placement, I really wanted to do something where I made a difference, or I got people engaged in rugby. Like, rugby is something I'm really passionate about, and girls rugby specifically is it's getting bigger, but there's still a lot of growth to be done, and I just wanted to do something where I could make a difference to people in the community. So when I was on my placement, I had quite a lot of control and responsibility over this whole project, and it allowed me to feel such a sense of purpose being a student and completing something like this alongside my studies. I've grown with so much confidence in all the little tasks that I've been given throughout my course, the placement I did in my second year, my placement in my third year with the Girls Play Rugby. I think all of those things have just proven to me that this is what I want to be doing. So it's really rewarding, and it makes you feel a great sense of accomplishment, because like, I see the girls coming out of the sessions laughing, having so much fun, and that's all we want. We want girls having fun playing rugby, and like also working with Emma, working with Ella, the teacher from the school. Like, it's really nice because they believe in me and they make me feel like I can take this on my own. I don't need any help. Like, they back me to make the right decision, and it just gives me so much confidence to know that I can do it.
I feel Open Campus is really important because it's given our pupils and our girls really great opportunities that they wouldn't necessarily have had in school. Catays is a very multicultural school, and it's brought about a new activity in sport that maybe people wouldn't have necessarily tried, and it's given them the access because it was every Thursday after school. 3 weeks coaches came down to us, and 3 weeks we came up here, so it was like routine in our school, very basketball, netball, football. So it was really nice to see some new girls tap into this sport.
We started in mid-spring term last year, every Thursday. We started with like basics, and we did a lot of fun activities to warm up ourselves, and we have a lot of fun with it.
It was really fun. I met new people. I've tried a new sport that I didn't think I'd be doing. I've learned how to tackle. I've learned how to get in position. It was really a good experience. I wish I could do it again.
Open Campus has honestly been so much fun, and it's opened so much doors for me. The first time I tried it, I was like, should I? And then when I did, I realised how much fun and how exciting it was. The coaches were so kind. They didn't make you feel left out for not knowing anything. They were truly the best teachers. Since I've been doing the programme, I got to go France, and it was honestly the best fun I've ever had.
I never wanted to play rugby, but then I had the opportunity to do it because my school was organising it, and I liked it.
I haven't played rugby before because I thought it was mainly for the more bulkier people and maybe more like rougher people. But then when I found out about why other people had been doing rugby, I'd realised it's for everybody and everybody can play and help out. I'm looking forward to joining it because they seem like a very friendly, safe and inclusive group of people.
So I think being a female coach and being a female leader, it's important to inspire the girls and prove to them that females can coach, females can play rugby, and it's really nice for them to come into a session and feel so welcome and feel valued by their coach, because we understand the stigma and we want to show them that they can play rugby and we can coach rugby. So I'm currently coming back to do Open Campus, even though I've graduated, and we're going to continue on the project, getting more girls engaged, and hopefully we can build it into something bigger, getting more schools involved, and hopefully increase the numbers of girls playing rugby.
We want to inspire students. We want them to see the needs of the community, analyse and evaluate what the wants and the demands are, and we want them to be able to meet them. We want them to look at it and find a gap and go, I can create something and I can create a sustainable change. So it's working with the community instead of them just putting a program in place. It's co-designing, it's working collaboratively to create something that the student and the community can deliver together and leave a legacy.
Thing they'd be saying?
Yeah, I think they've been relatively dominant. We spoke to Mickey before the game, and he said that the set piece is going to be really important. And in all fairness to Cardiff Met, they've really dominated that scrum. The one thing that's let them down is silly mistakes and losing possession and not securing that ball. And I think the second half, if they can get that right, then they can get back in this game, and I think they can just edge this win.
Yeah, so what do you think was being said in the Loughborough one as well? Obviously they've gone into it, it's good from them the first half. What do you think was being said in that one?
Yeah, I think more of the same for them. They've been turning the ball well. Obviously Met haven't been looking after the ball, but Loughborough have been earning the right to win that ball back. So more of the same for them, but keeping it a bit tighter because they know that Cardiff Met are going to come and try and come back into this game and win. So it's going to be an enthralling second half, and I can't wait.
I hope so, Steph. Thank you for the insight. It's time to hand you back over to the commentary team as the second half has just started with Spencer O'Connell and Rhys Williams.
Cheers, boys. We're straight back into the action here as Loughborough throw a line out, not straight. And we'll have a scrum for Cardiff Met just inside the Loughborough half bench.
Yeah. It's going to be a very good second half here, Reece. I think, you know, we were just saying before that VT how important it is now that Met come together as a group. You know, when we met up earlier with Danai, she was literally saying about the connection. Lisa was telling us about the things they've done to connect as a group, and that connection is what's needed now. They need to click. You know, they've been and done some bonding days. You know, they've been to the Green Mile training camp, stuff like that, where they've all had to bond together through tough times. Well, right now they're in a bit of a slug, and they need to get out of it as one, as a collective. And I'm excited to see what this Cardiff Met side is really all about, because 2 weeks ago, Reece, when they played Hartpury, they were in a very similar position and they didn't manage to get themselves out of that hole. So can they do it tonight? That's the question that I'm asking.
Well, they'll be back in their fitness in their hopes to get that job done. Now, the history of this fixture has been tight previously, as Marlowe into EC Cantrell. It's a big carry and a big hit on her. Craig feeds Marlowe. Marlowe goes for the kick. Well caught by Loughborough. There's Freya McCall. She was the danger woman in the first half. Can she show that ability again in this second half? As that ball goes loose, and EC Cantrell, Captain America, claims the ball.
Yeah, they need to go through the phases here, and then they need to play some rugby. It's on out to the right. Let's go.
Loughborough slowed it down, but fantastic pop pass. Lovely telepathic play between the twins. Really showing their understanding there.
Yeah, you can see here, Reece, Loughborough's defence. They know what they're trying to do. They're all coming up together in that wall.
Marlowe goes for the grubber. And it's a great little kick. And she puts pressure on Loughborough, just turning them back towards their own try line, Spence.
Yeah, right idea there from Maro, and you know, it's going to be interesting to see if they can get this line out, or at least put pressure. You know, you want two jumpers up here, and they want to put some pressure on Loughborough here for this line out.
Loughborough have made a change in that period there. Maisie Jones has come on. She scored 2 tries in their last game. They'll be hoping for more of the same tonight.
Yeah, you know, she's a fresher. She only had 30 minutes against Durham. Ooh. And within that 30 minutes, she had 2 tries, Reece. So, you know, she's going to be a back rower that Met have to stop
But
now.
Cardiff Met have turned this ball over. The Loughborough lifters didn't secure their player there. It's a big carry forwards by Jess Rogers, the vice-captain.
Amy Williams is screaming for this ball out to the left.
Mugabe, good pick-up from the bootlaces. It's a big crash angle ball. Loughborough's defence holds firm for another phase. Cardiff Met keeping it tight, working round the corners.
See, if Met just fanned out to the right here, which Nicole Mao was starting to see, and EC Cantrell, there's space. There is space out in these wide channels. It's just utilising it, opening your eyes and getting out into them wide channels so that you can attack.
The referee is playing an advantage, so it's a free play for Cardiff Met. They can afford to take a risk here as they go tight and right up towards the line. But that was a good turnover attempt, and the referee has gone back for a penalty for offside. As they go quickly, Mugabe crashes forward. And Mugabe has scored! Cardiff Met have got themselves back in this game, Spence.
Yeah, that's exactly what Met needed, Reece. Exactly what we wanted. All our archers here screaming over the other side. That's exactly what Met wanted. And that person, we said before, Danai Mugabe, if she plays well, Met play well. And I love that from Steph in the pre-match. And she's just lived up to that there, and she's scored a great try off a tap and goal.
She spoke earlier to us exclusively about how Cardiff Met were strong on their finishes around the edges, and that was a perfect display of it there. They kept it tight from the tap and go, and she crashed her way over.
Yeah, 100%. You know, that Cardiff Met back row has got a lot of try scorers, with players like Katie McKay scoring 2 last week. But then we also see players like players like Denai scoring three times at the Cardiff clash. And to have that ability in your back row, that's what modern rugby's all about. You know.
And Marlow has added the extras, and that means the score is now Cardiff Met 14, Loughborough 15.
It's tight. It's very tight, Rhys.
As you can see, a great tap and go, fantastic power, and she gets herself over the line and onto the score sheet.
It's the other way. Yeah, good try, dominant carry. And when I was talking about dominant carries last week against Exeter, I mentioned that stat earlier, 89% dominant carries. And I was wondering where it was from Met tonight, but we're starting to see some of them now, Rhys, and yeah, tight, 1 point in it. Let's see what happens in this second half.
Marlow puts boot to ball yet again. Freya McCall looking to work her magic again, but she goes in field this time to Alex Baker. That ball has gone loose. Picked up.
Yeah, she's quick.
And she's around the outside. She's got pace to burn, but it was a really good covering tackle there from Amy Williams, just to dislodge that ball there, just as she went to put boot to it.
Yeah, Sarah Smart, you know, she played last week on the left wing. She's been moved across this week to the right wing with Gabby Knight coming in on the left. But we've just seen lightning speed there as she outpaced Amy Williams. Really, really quick. And if she gets the ball, then it could be dangerous. It's the first time I've seen Smart tonight, really with ball in hand and a bit of space. Unfortunately, she did knock the ball on. But yeah, a threat definitely for Loughborough.
Scrum here for Cardiff Met. You can hear the fans in the background. The sound of the Cardiff Met front row. And Loughborough will be looking to withhold this Cardiff Met shove.
Yeah, 100%. Big scrum here. I think this is a big point in the game. Now, some changes have been made. Can them front rows from either side assert some dominance here?
Craig to feed. Cardiff Met just move it edge forward slightly, and Craig moves out to Marlow. Marlow into Cantrell. Cantrell crashes it up. It's good defence from Loughborough though to keep her from making any big yard. That's a lovely little offload around the corner. Some great ball skills, and it's gone out for, and that'll be a Cardiff Met line out. A really great phase of play there, Spence. Fantastic hands in the midfield, a good little grubber through, and a fantastic chase as well.
Yeah, great play. I think I'm looking at that play there though, Rhys, and there was more to offer. It was on out wide, they had numbers. EC Cantrell hits the great line, but it was on out wide. But anyway, they're in a great position.
As we just saw those quick wheels there from Sarah Smart. And Loughborough have stolen the line out, but it's gone loose. And they've managed to reclaim it. Cardiff Met. Oh, the referee has blown for a penalty though. Straight off their feet, Loughborough there. Cardiff Met get out of jail there. Nope. Their line out didn't quite go.
She's gone again. She's gone again.
And she scored again. Denai Mugabi.
This is nuts. This is the Denai Mugabi show so far. 2 tries in the space of about 6 minutes. We spoke to her earlier, she seemed up for it, and she's proving that right now.
Well, Nicole Marlow showed earlier just how adept she is from this kind of position with her boot.
Yeah, look, she kicked a lovely kick earlier. I've seen plenty of games on Rugby 1 year at Kincoid and seen a lot of male players miss that sort of kick. So, you know, she's definitely got a great boot within her, and I'm impressed by her kickings. Let's see if she can reiterate things here.
She's got that long, distinctive run up, and she will be looking to nudge this between the posts. As Kincoid campus falls silent. Just wide for Marlowe there.
Yeah, very good effort there. He should have the legs. Definitely had the legs.
Well, we normally talk about hat-tricks as being something that footballers do. But tonight Mugabe scored a hat-trick in the Cardiff clash. She might be on for a hat-trick again here tonight, Spence.
Yeah, it's not something that happens week in, week out, is it, for a rugby player? It might be once a season you grab yourself a hat-trick, but definitely not all the time. And, you know, we're seeing something quite spectacular here, I think, with Danai Mugabe.
A.B. Williams there with a good kick return. Marlowe puts boot to ball, and the bounce is bounced over.
Knock on, referee.
Bounced over Molly Anderson-Thomas. The referee's not interested though, and Cardiff Met get the ball back.
It's got to go. Oh, it's so close.
The referee's playing advantage here for an offside in midfield. And he's blown back for it. Cardiff Met really got their tails up in the second half. They're looking a much better side than the first half, Spence.
Yeah, 100%, Reece. I'm just having a laugh at myself here because I'm really getting into this game now. You know, there's opportunities for Met, and they're just sometimes, instead of looking up out wide, they're just sometimes looking down and thinking, contact, contact.
As you can see, Mugabe there, she's really got the bit between her teeth. She's had a taste of the try line, she wanted another taste of it, and she got it.
Yeah, it's that confidence within herself, you know, she backs her ability. Not many players have got that confidence where they're like, yeah, you know, I'm the best and I can run with this ball and score a try. And she's got that, and it's great to witness.
Cardiff Met will be looking for another good set here. Scrum half on scrum half. Marlowe with a little flick. Lovely handling work there from Marlowe. And Jess Rogers takes it up. Craig goes wide. And they burst through. But Loughborough won the penalty. Fantastic work at the breakdown from Loughborough just to get in there, smell that turnover, and secure the ball back.
Yeah, a massive moment in the game. 4 points in it. What are we with 53 minutes in? If Met had scored there, you may have been questioning then the momentum that Met would have had. And a massive turnover from Loughborough to regain possession of the ball.
Obviously, Spence, we talked briefly about how Cardiff Met in pre-season really worked on their fitness. They had a big training camp. Do you think we're showing that? Are they showing that in this second half, and we're seeing evidence of that?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I've been impressed with Met's fitness all season, and it is showing tonight. You know, they are running around the pitch a lot. You can see they're working that extra little bit harder in this second half. But when we'll see if it pays off, Reece, is, you know, that last 10-15 minutes.
As Cardiff Met have picked up the line out. And the referee's got his hand up in the air for another Loughborough penalty. Great work at the breakdown, this time from Lucy Weaver.
Yeah, that is a great turnover. England under 20s, Lucy Weaver showing why she can be in that sort of calibre of player. You know, they've just lost a line out off their own ball, and then she goes in and gets a great turnover. A bit slow to the breakdown from Met, and something that they may want to look at. But yeah, unbelievable stuff from Lucy Weaver.
I think you've got to commend both sides' defence tonight over the breakdown. They've really worked hard, and that's resulted in lots of turnovers for both teams.
Yeah, well, we were speaking to Lisa, you know, earlier, the head coach of Met, and she was saying how physical she knew this game was going to be. And same from Katie, the head coach of Loughborough. And I'm really impressed with how physical and defensive like structures have been on point from both sides, if you ask me, Reece.
As Loughborough looking to work their way up the field here. It's a dynamic carry from Molly Latai. Phillips takes it up towards the line.
Oh.
It's loose, but it's hacked through from Freya McCall. And she will get on the end of her own kick. She picks up. It's great cover defensive member. Freya McCall still going.
Well, she doesn't look strong, but she certainly is, Reese. She was flying then.
The referee has blown up Freya McCall, unfortunately just possibly injured in that action there. But a really good carry from her again, Spence. She's really caught the eye tonight, hasn't she?
Yeah, she really is exactly what she's hyped up to be. Hopefully, you know, they're okay. But a great tackle there from her, it has to be said. You know, literally, they were inches of scoring a try there, Freya McCall. And a great cover tackle from Cardiff Met.
Yeah, both sides, I think, have improved in the second half, Spence.
Yeah, 100%. I'm more impressed with the rugby I'm seeing in these last 16 minutes. You know, it's definitely been less scrappy, more structured, and better to watch.
As we can see, the ball went slightly loose, but McCall used her initiative and hacked forward, and she set off and got on the end of her own kick, and it was really good cover in there from Cardiff Met to make sure that McCall doesn't find that line.
Yeah, it was the 15 there, Grace Eckford from Met, who made that tackle. You know, 15s on the subject of 15s and fullbacks. Lee Halfpenny retires today from Welsh International Rugby, an absolute stalwart of that jersey, and that's exactly what you want from your fullback, which he's done for many a year. Put in them amazing cover tackles and look after your team and get them out of danger when it counts. And Grace Eckford doing exactly that there is.
Now we're just over 15 minutes into this second half. Obviously, we've got a slightly unexpected break in the game. What do you think the messages will be in both camps at this point in the game, Spence?
Yeah, look, I think the message to Met will be slightly different to what I would have said about 15 minutes ago. I think that message is going to be we can exploit these out in the wide channels if we just pick our head up and play some of our expansive rugby and look for the space and fan out as well, you know. I think that's the message going to be coming on from Met, Reese, and Loughborough obviously just keep going through the phases, and hopefully something will come.
Freya McCall just being carried off there. We wish her all the best in her recovery. And it's such a shame because we want to see the best players in the WNL, and she certainly is one of them, Spence.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I'm really gutted to see that, if I'm honest, because she's been hyped up and I was really looking forward to see her, and everything I've seen from her tonight I've been seriously impressed with. So that is a real shame to see, and like you said, Reese, we wish her all the best with her recovery.
Loughborough have a scrum in a good area here. Out they go. In the end, they end up through the middle and they run straight into the brick wall that is Denai Mugabe.
She's having a stormer of a game, isn't she?
She lined that one up and she found the hit. As Loughborough rumble forward again. A juggle there, but Shrewsbury has managed to hold on to it. Slightly slower ball for Weaver. That's a great pass at a great angle, and she's through. Fantastic cover defence initially. It's another big carry, this time from Poppy Phillips. The referee's blown up for a Loughborough penalty. Loughborough gone quickly, but the referee has said, not on my watch.
Yeah, just coming through the ruck there. Not supporting their own body weight and giving away the penalty, I think.
They're looking to go quickly. Loughborough just organising their attack. Cardiff Met organising their defence. It's a big drive forwards. Loughborough keep it tight round the corner. Mugabe's there again in defence. Weaver just organising her forwards. Pick and go round the corner. They're up to just about a metre out from the line. It's another tight pick and go. Fantastic defence from Cardiff Met. And out they go now. And it's lost forward.
Oh, that's massive. That is absolutely massive, Reese. Great defensive set from Cardiff Met there, it has to be said. And they are going to be absolutely buzzing with that.
Captain E.C. Cantrell has spoken all season about how important it was for them to stay connected in defence, and that is the perfect demonstration of it, Spence.
Yeah, well, EC's talked about connection, Lisa, the head coach, has talked about connection, we've talked about connection, and they've put it together there. That is what connection looks like. You click, you're all communicating with one another in defence, you're all up off the line at the same time, and you get a reward like that. Massive scrum here for Cardiff Met.
How hard was that to defend right on the line there, just a metre out? How hard is that defence?
Yeah, look, it's one of the hardest jobs in rugby to do because you can't fly up on your own. You have to come up together, you have to be in your pillars, in your guards, and it is something that takes a lot of work and a lot of grit.
So as you can see, they went wide there, and Marlowe it was with a great tackle. She punches the air in celebration, she loved that. And that is a team effort there.
Yeah, 100% she's loving that, Reese. You know, I used to love those moments.
Marlowe looking to clear after her good defensive work. She gets it up and out to the 22. The bounce beats.
The bounce is a great kick.
Beat Gabby Knight. And that's a fantastic clearance from Marlowe.
Yeah, 2 pieces of excellence there from Marlowe. And she is going to be absolutely loving that. Let's see now if Met can play some steady rugby. It's a big 20 minutes now for Cardiff Met. It's time, you know, win the ball back here, just like they've just done. Get some possession, play into the right areas, and let's see what they can do. But at the same time, sorry Reese, at the same time they've got to defend this push that Loughborough are going to give them.
Loughborough there, slight juggle of the ball. But the replacement, Maisie Jones, 2 tries last week, she managed to keep hold of that one. Met defence holding firm there.
That's
Chance
a great
for a turnover.
turnover. That's a great turnover.
And that could be a monumental couple of minutes in the game, Spence.
Yeah, exactly what I was just talking about prior to that line out on the other side of the pitch. You know, turn the ball over again. Kick into the right area here now, slow the game down, game management, and just play some steady rugby. It doesn't have to be nothing fancy, just get a win in this game now.
Marlowe safely into touch. Cardiff Met have a line out. Replacement, Molly Reardon will be looking to feature. It's gone loose, but they've managed to secure the ball thanks to the good thinking of Molly Summers.
So on blind there. If someone come around blind there, see Reese was on because you just had the open side flanker there.
Met instead chose to go infield. Cantrell. Marlowe puts boot to ball yet again. Forcing.
Sit.
And a bit of confusion there initially, but Loughborough done well to deal with it. Back towards Marlowe. She does well to pick it up.
She can kick into that backfield there, Reese. There's acres of space.
Instead chose to take it up herself. And the referee has blown up for a penalty, not rolling away there from Loughborough. And Cardiff Met have tapped and goed, and they've gone quickly. Molly Reardon roaring forward.
Yeah, and we can hear the Met fans now. They're getting behind their squad.
It's gone loose, and Loughborough have regained possession. It's a real ding-dong battle at the moment.
Yeah, it's silly stuff. That's not game management that I was hoping for from Cardiff Met. You know, we're into the last 15 minutes here of the game, and they've gone for a tap and go. You're not in a pod, you're not structured, and they've unfortunately lost the ball. If they'd gone, all you have to think, it could have been a different outlook. They could have kicked for touch, and they could have had a line out, set up a driving maul, and kept it all nice and tight. But unfortunately now, Loughborough got a scrum.
Loughborough will be looking to secure this scrum. The sound of the Cardiff Met ultras in the background. Referee's ordered a reset. He's making sure everyone knows what's expected of them at scrum time.
Yeah, important scrum here, I think. I feel like this could maybe be the defining moment in the game. If Loughborough, get a nice position off this scrum, maybe kick the ball down into Cardiff Met's 10 metre. A lot of pressure on that line now then.
Cardiff Met put the shove on, but it's another good pick up from the base. And Loughborough look to work it through the middle with their captain, Molly Anderson-Thomas. It's gone wide to the numberless Loughborough. Mugabe with a massive hit. It's a monumental hit and it's resulted in a turnover, but Spence straight off their feet from the next phase of play.
It's unfortunate, Reece, they're doing everything right, Cardiff Met, and then that last decision, they're just being a little bit silly and they're coming away again, Loughborough, with a penalty. I thought I was going to catch that ball then, Reece.
Mugabe has really been a prominent member of this Cardiff Met fight back in the second half. She's obviously got the 2 tries, but not just that. The work that won't get the headlines are her massive hits in defence.
Yeah, 100%. And if we just take a look at this replay here now, Reece, massive hit.
Great hit. But not only was it a great hit, she also managed to turn her opposite player over, so the turnover was on.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the benefit, of being a strong seven. You want to be dominant in your collisions. You don't want to be sitting on the toilet when you're taking that contact. It's a laughable saying, but it's a true saying. You want to be poised, ready for the tackle.
Oh, that is a fantastic kick there from the Cardiff Met winger, Amy Williams, off her left boot. Fantastic kick. In fact, it was almost a 50-22 there, Spence.
Yeah, very close.
Just bounced the wrong side of the 22 metre line.
That's exactly what we want to see here now.
You can see great skill off the left boot and the bounce goes her way.
Yeah, I love to see that sort of stuff when you're coming towards the last couple of minutes of a very tight game. Game management like that is massive. Lovely kick there.
The line out went loose, Loughborough, but Cardiff Met knocked it on. And referee will go back for the scrum again.
I don't know how many knock-ons there's going to be in this game.
We're trying to set a new world record for most scrums, I
think. And it's not even raining.
But Cardiff Met will be hoping to put the shove on here. It's a bit of a free hit in this Spence in this position. You can sort of just go at your opposite number.
Big time. You're not going to be too worried if you concede a penalty. Instead, you probably want to put that push on, which is exactly what they do.
Cardiff Met applying loads of pressure. And it's Catherine Stewart who tackles captain. And that is a penalty to Cardiff Met.
Absolutely massive, Reece.
Mugabe goes quickly.
Again.
And they've gone for the middle. And Cardiff Met has scored. And it's the lock forward, Poppy Ellis, into the starting lineup this week and onto the score sheet, Spence.
Yes, come on, the Archers. That is exactly what Met wanted to see. Exactly what the Archers wanted to have going on right now. They wanted to get some dominant possession, and that scrum, well, that set that all up. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted to be on the front foot, and they've done exactly that.
Just how pivotal could that score be, Spence, to take them out of points range from Loughborough?
Yeah, I think it's huge. We're going in now to the last 10 minutes of the game. Loughborough haven't really looked like scoring when they have around the fringes in this second half. Met's defence has been really strong, so I think that's a vital score for Cardiff Met. And it's now going to be even more about that game management. But if we look back to what got Cardiff Met that try, we have to look back at Amy Williams' kick down here on the 22. Got him in the right area, and now Nicole Marlowe with a great position to put 2 points on the board.
Marlowe adds the extras, and that means the score is now Cardiff Met 26, Loughborough 15. As you can see, Mugabe, she wanted the hat-trick, unfortunately wasn't to be, but from this phase then, there's a fantastic pick and go, just working around the fringes from Poppy Ellis, and she got herself onto the score sheet. Spence.
Yeah, you mentioned fitness earlier, Reese, and I think that's what's coming into this now. I'm just watching that replay there, and quite a lot of the Loughborough defence, quite sloppy and tired and not working for each other, whereas Cardiff Met, they're up each other and they're all there as a pod. So I think fitness is coming into this now, Reese. Just listening to Nicole Marlowe here dictate play.
And the referee has blown for a penalty.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that.
Cardiff Met failing to exit this time. And it's just kept in the corner. Fantastic footballing skills from Nicole Marlowe. And Cardiff Met have regained the ball.
Brilliant footballing skills.
It was Messier, that touch. That's a good carry up there from Katie Mackay. Marlowe looking to clear and complete the good work, and she does. And that, you got to say, it's fantastic work all round from Nicole Marlowe.
Yeah, she's having a stormer in this second half, it has to be said. You know, I just said before they got that penalty, Loughborough, I was listening to her and she was dictating the play, you know, being really loud, telling the forwards where to be, telling her back line where she wants them. And not only is she talking really loud, but she's walking the walk as well. And it's lovely to see from the outside half for Cardiff Met, putting in a real performance.
Such an important part of any rugby match, the 10 position, as Loughborough there throw the ball in well. Shrewsbury looking to control it from the back yet again. We've seen a lot of this in this game. The referee is playing an advantage, which means Shrewsbury rolls off the back of it and carries. Canna Williams there.
Yeah, Wales.
And the fact the referee has gone to his pocket and he has carded the replacement, Erica Kissinger. Referee had enough of the ill discipline from Cardiff Met there.
Yeah, it's just reminded me actually that yellow card as well, Reece. Earlier on I mentioned about there not being a yellow card in the game, but Kat Weasley was she was sorry, I can't get my words out yet. She had a yellow card early on in the game for that charge with the arm. But yeah, yellow card to Met now.
Will Loughborough make this one player advantage pay? It's a bit of a sloppy line out, but it has gone backwards. In fact, no. Spoken too soon. We went forward there from Loughborough. They'll be really, really upset with that. As we can see here, a carry. Good tackle again from Mugabe, getting herself in the way. The referee went back and went, no, go on, have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And off she went.
Yeah, and it's probably deserved. You know, Cardiff Met discipline hasn't been great tonight. They have struggled, and you know, I mentioned them 10 penalties they only conceded against Exeter last week, and I think they've probably been lucky to get to this point without conceding a yellow card. But yeah, it's a shame that it is denied, but you know, that's how it works. Sometimes you're the one who picks it up.
In fact, it wasn't deny actually, Spence. It was replacement prop forward Erica Kissinger.
You denied me there, Reece.
Cardiff Met here. A vital moment in the game. We're hoping to secure this ball.
think I'm going to have to pick up a pair of glasses, you know, really, just thinking about it.
Well, the lights are quite bright here, Spence. You can be forgiven for maybe your eyes not being at their optimum.
I have been prescribed them, just so you all know.
Marlowe, lovely little shimmy. Puts boot to it again. The bounce is awkward, but is well gathered by Sarah Smart. And it's a good defensive action there from Cardiff Met.
Little bit of afters there as well with EC Cantrell.
Cardiff Met over the breakdown. And they turned it over. Cardiff Met have won the ball back. And they'll be looking to turn defence into attack here. Marlowe spreads it wide. Mugabe. She's been electric all night. And there's a bone-crunching hit on her there, Spence.
Yeah, it was. That pace that she shows, though, the acceleration, it's just crazy to watch.
Marlowe goes the other way. And it's lost forward from Cardiff Met and failing to capitalise there on the initial good play.
Yeah, it's a shame, really. But this game now, Reece, I'm just looking at it. You know, there's 5 minutes left on the scoreboard. Met really don't want to give Loughborough any scores back into this game. You know, I don't think Loughborough are going to get the win. I think Met are going to be victorious. But it's just one of them where they want to hold on and for confidence reasons.
As you can see here, fantastic work at the breakdown. That's been a theme of this evening's match from both sides. Great body position there, Spence. A fantastic turnover.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is the afters you... Oh no, it was before that play.
Cardiff Met obviously already secured a bonus point.
See EC Cantrell going off here. It's not what we want to see. Especially, you know, earlier on with Loughborough losing a star player at 15. It's not what we want to see in this league at all. Yeah, so that was Freya McCall earlier going off injured, and now obviously we see EC Cantrell going off. We want to see the best of the best, as you mentioned, and yeah, it's a shame, so we wish EC all the best.
Yeah, obviously, you know, Steph waxed lyrical about her before the game. You know, she's not just a brilliant player, she's also a fantastic leader and ambassador for this Cardiff Met women's team. So it's a real shame to see her off there, and I hope she makes a very speedy recovery.
Yeah, we all do here at Cardiff Met, 100%.
As Cardiff Met shove that ball and win it back. And it's wide to Amy Williams. She looks to turn on the gas. Fantastic little offload at the back door, but not quite gathered. And Loughborough have the chance to clear.
It's good play again. I've been really impressed with Amy Williams, if I'm honest, tonight. She's doing all the right sort of things. Kicking into the right areas. Running with the ball in the right areas.
As you can see here, I think the knock-on, in cruel circumstances, the knock-on was already made. So that injury was, you know, slightly avoidable. So it's even more disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
As Cardiff Met steal the layup, and it's Poppy Ellis charging her way towards the 22. Charging into the 22, a lovely little sway of the hips. And it's out. Wide. 2. And we're no win.
It's really exciting, Yuri, to see
rumble
what
on again.
can happen.
Moving towards that Loughborough line. Mugabe is involved again. As Cardiff Met look to put this game to bed for sure. They're keeping it tight. Keeping it sensible around the corners.
And you can hear the ultras now proper getting with them. They want another try.
Marlowe out to Mugabe for the hat-trick. Oh, the referee signalled for a forward pass.
Oh, that's harsh. She almost had that hat-trick that she was dreaming of then, didn't she?
Well, a second hat-trick of the season was almost on the cards there.
It was,
But-
and hey, let's not rule it out. There's still a minute left.
The referee, good spot from him there to spot that forward pass. And we'll have another scrum.
It was, and just let's go back to that play that just happened there. You've got a great carry from Denai there. Unfortunately, a forward pass. But if we look at Poppy Ellis's break, they teach you when you're so young about ABC, agility before contact, and that's exactly how she broke
tackles
through.
it and manages to secure the ball. But the referee has given a penalty.
Again, harsh. They're trying, and they're just not quite finalising it enough to get that last try that they really want.
Mugabe is such an all-action flanker, isn't she, Spence?
Yeah, she can do it all. She can turn over, she can carry hard, she can score tries, and she can put big hits in. She is that all-action flanker, 100%.
Our clock's at 80. And Cardiff Met have won a free kick.
Yeah, I think they'll take a nice tap and go here.
Well, there'll be one person who will be sure to be involved in this. Oh, no, they've gone for the scrum.
Oh, interesting.
Well, a scrum is always a good platform if you get it right for your backs to work one of their set pieces.
Yeah, Mikey Vaughan was in studio earlier, and he is doing some good work with our scrum. They've been dominant tonight in the scrum, and I think they've opted for it here, and they're looking forward now to try and get that last try of the game.
So as we can see, into touch, great tackle from replacement hooker, despite her number, replacement hooker, Molly Reardon.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I used to do it a couple of times. It's whatever shirt fits you nicest to start in, that's what you're going with.
I think she was just trying to confuse us, Spence. Into the dying embers of the game now. Cardiff Met will be just looking to see this out. Maybe put a bit of gloss on the scoreboard, perhaps.
Yeah, I think that's what they've been looking for these last couple of minutes. Really, they will like to end on a high, to take that momentum into next week against Hartbury away. That's a massive game. Their main aim today was to get the win, and I think they've secured that. But it would be nice for them to finish on a high with that try. And then fans will love that even more. You can hear them now. They're loving life.
They're making lots of noise as Mugabe picks up on the base. Charges forward. Isla Craig round the corner. Marlowe just stopped short. And the referee's brought up for another penalty. Let's hold it on again.
Yeah, great play. Right ideas from Met. Went down the blind side. Seen where the space was. Lovely hands. Just a good scramble D from Loughborough.
As the kick fails to find touch, Cardiff Met kick it out, and that is the end of the game. And Cardiff Met have secured the win. It finishes here at Kincoid campus. Cardiff Met 26, Loughborough 15.
Well, that is exactly what the Ultras wanted, what Cardiff Met women wanted. They've got their 4th win of the season, and they're on a bit of a roll.
Yeah, Cardiff Met extend their lead at the top of the BUCS Women's National League. Fantastic result for them. As for Loughborough, they'll be disappointed to have not taken any points in this game, despite their very good efforts, particularly in the first half. And they'll really rue that missed opportunity when the scores were really tight in that second half, when they were a metre out and were denied.
Yeah, I completely agree, Reece. I think the first half Loughborough were the better side. They went into half-time with the lead. Met looked a bit sloppy, but second half they definitely come out and the fitness paid off, and Loughborough will be ruining their chances. But I just think, if we look at this from a full perspective, you've got Loughborough who were coming into this after one game. Met coming into this having played 3 games. So there's that difference first of all, you know, they connected as a group, and that's what we've seen in the second half of that game, Reece. It was the connection of Cardiff Met. It was how much they wanted to be on the pitch for each other, play as a team, play as a collective, and I think Loughborough have a lot of prospect there. They're a young squad, and there's a lot of talent within that squad. I think give them 3 or 4 games, and I think they'll be, you know, within Met's level once they've clicked. But what a great game.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Spence. And we're going to head back to the studio now. So over to you, Toby.
Well, thank you, commentators. That was a brilliant game, wasn't it, Steph? What did you make of it?
Yeah, we spoke at half-time and I said that Met needed to cut out the mistakes and they needed to come back and carry on what they were doing mainly in the first half. And they did that, and you know, they came away 26-15 win. They'll definitely be happy in King Coyd tonight.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't be more excited with that performance. You know, speaking about the performance, there was a whole plethora of performances from the players. It was amazing, really. Who would you say really stood out for you?
Well, I think the one that jumped out at us was, we spoke about it before the game, Danai Mugabe. I used the word explosive, and she was explosive in that one. We saw Met trying to play a fast-paced tempo, taking penalties quickly, and we saw Mugabe score from that try in the second half. 2 tries in this game, and her all-round game was brilliant. You know, she was fast over that ball, she was agile around the pitch, she was making some incredibly big hits. If I had to choose now, and I know you haven't asked me, but I'm going to say Danai Mugabe was definitely the man of the match in that one.
Yeah, I think she played really well as well, probably quite a clear choice. And we spoke a bit about half-time, what we thought Lisa Newton would have been saying in the half-time huddle. They came out firing in the second half with 2 tries really early on. How important do you think it is that, like, that's the standard that they set? Because we know they can do it, that they come out and really show what they can do.
It is, that the tempo is brilliant in the second half. As we can see behind us, the Cardiff Met team celebrating with the fans, and you know, that's what the fans want to see, and you could see it when the tempo got quicker and when Met were trying to play this fast, quick-paced rugby. The fans were getting involved, and once the fans get involved in Rugby 1 in King Coyd, then there's only one winner.
Yeah, it was brilliant, really, wasn't it?
Oh.
Here we are, joined by Danai Mugabe.
Do you want to jump in the middle?
Yeah. Brilliant. What did you make of that? Performed brilliantly, you said.
Yeah, I mean, it was a real push to the end. Loughborough really brought their A game, and I know we were all expecting it. We didn't want to go into it thinking we were top of the league because we've won most of our games at Hartbury, but they definitely pushed us, which is what we needed.
Yeah, well, I was just saying just before you came over, you were definitely my player of the match in that one. You were everywhere. You know, you just showed your agility. You were trying and you were pushing that fast-paced tempo that you obviously want to play. Yeah. Is that something that you talked about half-time, up in the tempo?
Yeah, half-time was just, we have to dominate this. You know, we were coming from behind. We just had to, we just had to put them through fire, to be honest.
And obviously another 2 tries for you. We saw you score a hat-trick in the Cardiff clash. Yeah. Is that something you're looking to do more this season, score as many tries as you can?
To be honest, yeah. Yeah. I know my assets. You know, the coaches, the players are able to pass the ball, put me in the right position. So I'm just happy to be able to help the girls out and score a few tries.
Brilliant, thank you, Danai. That was a great performance again from you. We'll let you go celebrate with the rest of the team and enjoy your night.
Thank you, well done. Cheers. We've got Eleanor Snowsill joining us now. Hello, Siwai. Hello, yeah, good. O'n i'n gofyn cwpl o gwestiynau i chi'n Gymraeg gynta. Wrth gwrs, chi wedi dod mewn a chi wedi llwyddo i datblygu lot o chwaraewyr fan hyn blwyddyn diwethaf. Pan ych chi'n cymharu'r tîm blwyddyn diwethaf i'r flwyddyn yma, mae yna datblygiad mawr wedi bod. Beth yw'r pethau chi wedi trial roi mewn i'r tîm i gwella nhw ar gyfer y tymor really cystadleuol yma?
Fi'n meddwl maen nhw wedi cael mwy o cefnogaeth wrthyn ni. Ni wedi cael pre-season really dda. Ni byth wedi really cael pre-season drefnus o'r blaen. Ni wedi rhoi mwy o S&C iddyn nhw, ni wedi rhoi mwy o strwythyr i siwp maen nhw'n ymosod. A mae'r merched, maen nhw literally'n cymryd popeth mewn. Mae'r hyd yn oed just o pythefnos yn ôl, pryd nath ni colli fan hyn i Hartbury, mae'r tyfiant o fewn siwp maen nhw'n chwarae wedi bod yn huge, a maen nhw just yn dysgu gymaint pob wythnos. So yeah, really proud o nhw heddi.
Yeah, so unfortunately I don't speak Welsh, so I'm hoping I'm not going to echo what Steph has said just there, but especially in the second half, how impressed were you with the defence? Because I don't think they conceded a point in the second half. It seemed like a really strong performance, so how impressed were you?
Yeah, just really impressed with their character more than anything. I think, you know, coming into the game there was maybe some nerves or whatever, and we weren't ourselves in that first half. We didn't start very well, but I think a good team is told by how they react to things like that. So the fact that we could turn it around and come away with a win, I think the girl you had on, Danai, just now, she was a huge part of that. You know, we asked them for energy at half time and stuff like that, tapping and going and scoring through about 10 players is what we were looking for. So yeah.
Brilliant, thank you. So we'll let you go as well. Enjoy the night. It's a great performance. Great, thank you. Hiya.
Hiya, you're right. We got Katie here from Loughborough now. I just wanted to ask you a question to start with. Obviously, you went in at half time in a tight game. In the end, Cardiff Met kind of upped the tempo. What do you think kind of not went wrong, but went against you in the end today?
Yeah, so I think for us it's maybe a bit of a cliche, but I just don't think we took our opportunities when we got them. I think we missed an opportunity quite early in the second half, and a few sort of other occasions where actually we created some really good stuff, but then maybe didn't quite have enough of a killer instinct to execute those things.
Yeah, and where do you think you go from this game? Of course, it's a bit of a different performance and result than the one against Durham last week. Of course, it is only your second game, so moving forward, what kind of positives can you take from this into the next games?
Yeah, I mean, I think my massive positive from this game was the defensive intent that we showed. That was the challenge I set the girls before the game. We had a class result against Durham, but I felt like we left some things out there defensively. Today, for me, the girls absolutely brought that. So, as you say, second game of the season, we're building. I think we're in a really exciting place, and I think we'll use a bit of the bitterness of the defeat today to springboard onto our next performance.
Brilliant, thank you. Commiserations for the defeat, but we'll let you go now, speak to the rest of the team.
Thank
you very much.
Guys.
And Steph, joining me here. Final thoughts, what do you think?
Well, happy that Met have won, that's the first thought. But
of course.
No, I think that they'll be very happy, and you know, Eleanor Snowsill was talking about it there. The kind of tempo and the intensity that Cardiff Met showed in the second half is something that they can definitely build on. And we spoke about it before the game, the fact that they've shown that they can bounce back from defeat, as they did when they lost to Hartpury and then won against Exeter. And then today we've seen them build on that with momentum, coming back from behind at half time to win the game. And yeah, I think we could see at the end that the Ultras were happy, King Coyd's happy, up the Archers. What else can you say?
It means a lot to them, doesn't it? So thank you, Steph. It's been great having you beside me, and thanks to the commentators and the rest of the team here. This has been a Cardiff Met Sport TV production. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Julep.